There's so many console variants for the NES. So many pack-ins and bundles and all these different boxes. We have 3 of them in the game room. That's so many.
Yeah, and the console for the most part until '93 remained the same as far as form factor. Now, if you open them up, there were some nuances that got changed here and there. But for what you see, the visual, it's pretty much the same thing. You had the core deck in 85, 86. You know, you also had the core deck with the bundle. It had Super Mario Brothers bundled with it. Then I think everybody remembers that deluxe set with Rob the Robot, and that was the humdinger, retailing anywhere from $200 to $250 when that came out.
I love the way that box looks, though. That box is so beautiful.
Yeah, and you know the pricing, guys. We're gonna be a little all over the board because go look it up yourself. It's all over the place. The power set came out. I think a lot of people remember the power pad, whether you loved it or hated it. I think it's one of those nostalgic things that we remember. You know,
I've never used a power pad, to be honest.
Yeah,
and I don't want to.
Yeah, I have. I didn't own one though. I had a neighbor that did have one, and I remember playing like track and field and thinking it was cool at the time, but it kind of was shitty at the same time. The action set.
Ooh, the action set. We have that in the game room. That's so cool. It came with the Zapper Mario Duck Hunt combo.
Yeah, and there's 2 variants of that as well. There's a gray Zapper variant and an orange Zapper.
Orange Zapper variant, which growing up I only knew about the orange Zapper.
Yeah, in the comment section below, tell us, what is your Zapper? Do you roll with the gray or do you roll with the orange?
I'm hashtag Team Orange, baby.
I'm Team Gray. That's what I had. I remember the first time I seen an orange one, I was like, what the is this thing? Duff. Is it? It's orange? Duffu. But anyways, the action set, I think a lot of people got their hands on that. One that I've never seen in person is the sports set.
The sports set, I've never seen it in person either, but it's cool because it came with 4 controllers and the multi-tab or whatever, you know?
Yeah, we'll talk about this bad boy and the accessories, but the old NES satellite.
It's
pretty
cool, but
not a large application.
I feel like that was like the least sold out of all the sets.
Yeah, I don't know for sure on that, but the challenge set, we got that one sitting right here. It came with Mario 3.
Oh, beautiful.
This was actually a Christmas morning of my brother and I's because our NES was really bad. Like, you guys know how it was growing up with the NES, right? You blow in the games. And then ours was that weird thing, maybe you guys did this, where you had to push the game down and then put a game over the top of it to hold it down further than, you know, whatever. Now I would know how to fix that, but back then, that's just what you did. And so when we got this challenge, it was like, oh, a new Nintendo.
All I can think of is the guy in the library, Mario Puzi.
I just have such nostalgia for this, because my brother was old enough to be coherent at this time. I think we got it in like 92 or 93, so it was kind of cool to pick up. And then the top loader arrived in 93, which is like a year or 2 after the Super Nintendo came out.
Yes, the top loader is such a cool looking console, and they just went simple with it. Boom, top loader.
Yeah, the one thing with the top loader is the outputs. If you bring that up here, they did not offer out of the box anyways AV out.
Yeah.
So it just went to RF. So this is very streamlined model. The reliability factor is higher to a certain degree. So some of these, you can see the pin lines kind of on the screen when you play it. We don't have that issue with ours. We also just played on an old CRT, but this was the budget model. But I know a lot of hardcore folks will mod these and get these because they tend to be, as far as just reading the cartridge, more reliable because you're not dealing with the moving parts.
No, it's just straight in.
It's more of just straight piping like you were with the Super Nintendo or N64.
Or N64, yeah. It's very similar to the N64.
Yeah.
Even though that came out way later. And what's really cool about the top loader is it introduced the dog bone controller, which I love the regular NES rectangle controller, but something about the dog bone, I love the way it curls.
Yeah. It's weird because I'm with you. I love the way it feels, but I never play with it.
Yeah,
because
I'm so nostalgic for the rectangle.
I'm just
even though
used
it
to
digs into your hands.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, man, I've been romping and stomping with the standard, so I've never loved the angular part of the buttons. Had the B and A been straight across, but I just have that. I just like rock over to those, and I'm so used to it. But I know a lot of people love that controller.
The dog bone is beautiful.
We greatly appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Gaming Off the Grid Nibbles and Bits. If you like what you saw here, check out the full episode that this snippet came from in the description below. Much love, everybody. Cheers.